Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dastagir from IUBT, International University of Business, Agriculture and Technology, Bangladesh. I would like to thank you all for having this workshop, UI GreenMetrics, especially the Universiti Putra Malaysia and the University of Indonesia to having this such a flagship effort of GreenMetrics. Let me show you my presentation. Here you see, this is about on environmental education and about the education access of tertiary education to the rural students. So let me introduce my topic. Tertiary education is the highest level of education, but the problem is it is not accessible because of the higher cost and the like image of the university as it considered as for the rich class. And the COVID-19 pandemic also worsened the situations about the enrollment of students to university. This statistics show the enrollment of students in university in Bangladesh, though it has been increased, but though lagged behind in South Asia. And you see, this is the situation of Bangladesh in the Asian region, and the reasons are behind the because of the cost of education and the urban-centric development of the university and the lacking of quality education among the secondary students finds difficulty in continuation of tertiary education because the school education quality is not so rich, so that it doesn't make enough confidence for the rural students to access in the university and to continue. So there are 53 public and private double private universities, and because of the public universities are limited in seat and the cost of private university is higher. The distribution of private university is uneven and basically located in the Dhaka divisions. And though the Bangladesh has a high student enrollment in school and college and 98% in the primary, but the quality is low, education quality is low due to there is English, mathematics and critical thinking capability of the students are poor among the school students. So among the tertiary education, this should we have equal access, because if we know the SDG 4.3, these are mentioned the ensure equal access and affordable and quality education, increase the number of youths by the SDG 4.4 and SDG 4.7. We see that the all learners, so these are all mentions for the everyone. So there should not be any kind of discriminations in the tertiary education as it mentioned. So the university education should not be elitist. It should be the education for all. That should be the working direction. IUBT is working for the equal access of tertiary education through the KBAD project. KBAD is the knowledge-based area development concept developed by the former Vice Chancellor and the founder of IUBT in 2003, and the book was published in 2008. And also it is an United Nations University flagship project in the regional center of RCD for the education for sustainable development. So this is the book, and this is the initiator of the program, Professor Mia. And how KBAD works. There are 3 steps of KBAD. So it's the outreach of education in the rural areas, mentoring with the specialized curricula, and education financing. One thing we need to think about that the outreach it should have to be the even and homogeneous. It should not be urban centric. So that's why we like a well, we focus on the rural areas, because the rural most of the private university are not concentrated on the rural areas. They are basically concentrated on the urban areas. So the first step of KBAD, it has to produce, the KBAD has to produce at least one skilled graduate from the village. These are the number of villages in Bangladesh, and the family bondage is strong in the country, because we are the Asian countries. So an educated and skilled individuals will pull up the family, neighbors, and village. And the university has a working unit that on it, that is called UEEU. It's not enough to enroll the rural student into the university, because they are the rural students are like shy and fear about the university, and there is a elitist image in their mind. So there should be the link between the rural and the university has to be increased through the program or the campaign that has been done by this. So and it was also found that if the link has been established between the rural students and the university, so that there is a the more student will come in from the villages. Another thing is that our rural students, they are weak in mathematics, English, because the quality of education is poor in the country. This is not yet satisfactory in the country. So the university should have to offer some of the courses like English, mathematics, art of living, basic computers, and giving it more credit, so that that will increase the basic knowledge on these foundation courses, and that will help them, the students, to retain in the university. So this is the very important aspects of this KBAD program, that is mentoring students with specialized curricula. And that also, another thing is the increase the link between a university and the students through the various seminars and village level campaign. Another thing is the education financing. This is available for the meritorious and needy students. It does not emphasize on the return capacity or parental incomes. The students don't need to pay back during the study period. The high CGPA students get 100% scholarship. Additional 50% tuition fee waiver is provided to the female students. These are the things are available. It doesn't the financing does not provided to the students based on the earning capacity of the parents, that it has to be cleared. The success story. There are thousands of students have been graduated since the program has been started, and every year it nurture more than 1,000 students. Since the pandemic rise, and it has given 50% tuition waiver more, and registration fee deducted 50%, and $6 funding to all students for mobile data. So this is the number of grant has been allocated in the in the COVID time. So here you see the one in 2008 statistics that annual $2.2 million has been granted by this program for the needy students. The gender parity has been established by the program due to 15% more scholarship for the female in the recent years. Employability of the students also, that this is the pie chart of the employability of the students, and these are the degree programs. Here you see that these are programs, and through these degree programs, these students are skilled and graduate, and they are needed to develop the country. So here you see the distribution of the coverage, and see that the most of the Upazila and Thanas level, it had outreached, only the 15 left. So this is not the only the urban coverage, but also the rural. That's unique in Bangladesh. After the rural level distribution of the KBAD, and the students have this area, all this Upazila covered at least one single IUBAT graduate studying in this area all over Bangladesh. So this is the recognition from the United Nations. You see that the KBAD program recognized as supporting access to higher education for sustainable, vulnerable, and marginalized groups in the society. So on contrary to commercial banking, it doesn't depend on the high parental income. So that then it is also not proven as risky because of the high return percentage of the loan. Finally, I would like to say that Bangladesh is highly committed to SDG and is developing a major transition from the lower to middle income country. So the access of tertiary education should be provided for the all with affordable education, and the KBAD showed a pathway to achieve the accessibility of higher education to all through. And this was the vision of Professor Mia. So thank you everyone for your patience hearing. Thank you very much.